Hello there everybody, this is Krista and welcome back to Crochet Witch Tarot and Stevie, who I think, yep, there she is. Hi! Can I help you? You heard record and so you had to get involved? Love that. Alright, well, if you can see behind the tail, we are doing a walkthrough today. Come on. Thank you! Of the Animal Botanical Tarot. Now this is a deck I backed on Kickstarter. Highly anticipated. I watched the artwork on this for what felt like forever, just because I was so excited. And it's exactly what it sounds like. It is a deck that combines animals and botanicals. Amazing. Love the word botanical also. I just had a realization that I'm working on my own guidebook for my new deck right now, and I used the word plant, and I was like, that sounds just lame in the context, and I should switch it to botanical, so noted. Anyways, this might be a bit of a lengthy one, because what I really want to do here is get into the guidebook. It comes with this big, full color guidebook, and really get into what each animal and plant is, because that sounds like so much fun right now. So let's just get started. So here is the box. It is a two-part box with illustrations all around. This is created by Megan Ellis. And look at all the ants crawling around the box. Isn't that so fun? Okay, and then we open it up and look at the backs of these cards. I mean, are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. I wish I knew exactly what... I'm not super good with, like, cardstock terms. But it is, you know, maybe that's worth me looking up though. Because it's such a beautiful, like, notably beautiful cardstock to me that maybe I should do that. Okay, hold on, we're gonna do it. Okay, so according to the Kickstarter campaign, it is printed on 350 GSM cardstock with matte lamination. Standard tarot size, 2-piece storage box, anti-scratch matte with spot gloss. Ooh, love that. Okay, so yes, 350 GSM matte lamination, so it is a gorgeous shuffle. Riffle shuffling this, it's, oh my gosh, like no other I've experienced, and the matte lamination makes it where you get that matte effect, but it doesn't stick. I'm obsessed with the backs. Just, yes, everything. So now let's get to the real meat and potatoes here, fellas, right? Fellas in the gender neutral. Okay, so we are starting here with the Fool, and already, I mean, rabbit, right? Oh, so what I think is cool too, about this guidebook is there's also a quick reference guide. So if you're wanting to do like a quicker reading, not wanting to get into the full shebang, you've got kind of like if you have oak, let's focus. If you have oak, ash, and thorn, how it comes with the like quick reference cards, that's what I would compare it to. Okay, so in the guidebook, full color image, and you get 3 keywords at the top, and then you get into the symbology here. So for the Fool, we've got, should I be giving this all away? Oh my gosh, and a little like key phrase there. So cute. So this is the black-tailed jackrabbit that can run up at speeds of up to 30 miles an hour. And then, oh my gosh, so we've got bugs in here too. I didn't even realize that. So then these here are desert locusts, which chirp of warning of possible risk. I love that. So clearly here we've got this jackrabbit is our Fool character, and the locust here is filling in for that usual image of like the dog holding them back that we see. And the plant is sagebrush, an important source of food and habitat to many species. However, sagebrush ecosystems are threatened by invasive plants and wildfire. Take time to consider before moving forward with clarity toward your next endeavor. So neat. So in here we get 3 keywords as well as a key phrase, at least for the majors so far. So we have look before you leap. I love that idea. Okay, moving on, the magician. Be mindful when you wield great power. The largest of all monkeys, mandrills, live in groups of hundreds of individuals. Oh my gosh, so these hordes are matrilineal families with strong ties. Then we've got the golden boa. Like other boas, first strikes its prey, then constricts and consumes the animal whole. You can have it all. The question is, what do you want? And then our plant here is the Madonna lily. Grows 3 feet tall and sometimes up to 6. You have all you need. Anything you think of, you can manifest. Proceed with confidence. Wow, I just love everything we have going on here and how it gets broken up into the 3 different characters, I guess you could say. Elements, maybe that's a better term. And it leaves the reader to kind of draw that connection, which I think is really, really cool. I'm so curious to see if in the minors we get these sort of like secondary insect / animal companions as well. Okay. The High Priestess. Intuition is born in the subconscious. Peregrine falcons soar to great heights, then dive toward their prey, reaching speeds of up to 240 miles per hour. This makes them the fastest animal recorded. They are the preferred bird for falconry. Also, here's my weird animal fact I know. I feel like I'm getting deja vu. I know I've said this before, but why? What other deck do I have that is a peregrine falcon? No, maybe it was an eagle. Anyway, so you know that like eagle noise you hear in movies where it's like super majestic? Not actually an eagle noise. It's the peregrine falcon that makes that cool, badass bird noise. If you look up like a bald eagle, super lame sound. Sorry, no offense, bald eagle, but I just think it's so weird that they replace them just to like make the bald eagle look cooler. I don't know. Oh my gosh, we did not even look at the rest of what's going on there. Distracted. Okay, so then we've got blue pansy butterfly. Colorful wings with orange and yellow spots that ward off predators. The outer edges of their wings display dull-colored eye spots to distract more persistent attackers away from their abdomen, thorax, and head, knowing they can survive a few wing bites. Wow. They dedicate all their energy toward survival. Always associated with the High Priestess, pomegranate's seeds tell a story of fertility. Botanically a berry, it is full of seeds produced by the ovary of a single flower. So cool. Oh, I love this Empress card. How beautiful. Mother Nature is here, it says. Oh, so pretty. Okay. Barn owls are found on every continent but Antarctica. These owls mate for life. Cute. Cute. I know. Like, I am aware that you can't put human morality on animals, but I mean, when you hear animals mate for life, can we all not help but be like, aw, how sweet. Anyways. The female presides over the eggs and subsequent chicks, while the male provides food for all. As a motherly figure, this card can help you find balance between tending to your kin and making time for self-care. Love that. So then we have Luna moths, also called American moon moths, are so divinely lime green they seem to be glowing. Let them remind you of the beauty that exists in the world. And then we have Magnolia. They carry a strong vanilla scent that can be detected from hundreds of yards away. See to it that your life remains fresh. Oh gosh, that is so beautiful. Ooh, and then I love that the Emperor is another owl. But here we've got the great horn. Oh, what's our key phrase? Things fall into place when you think logically. Great horned owls are large carnivorous hunters that rely on stealth and are colored for camouflage. When it comes to territorial disputes, the male takes the lead. Trust your instinct over those who might be less than loyal to your cause. Then we've got owl. Butterflies prefer the dark, and their large eye-spotted wings mimic owls' eyes. Sometimes you need to appear bigger than you are, like your shadow on the wall. Wow. Then here we've got golden apples, were the food of the gods, bestowing long life. All parts of the apple are edible, except the seeds, which contain a form of cyanide. Large amounts can be harmful. Remember to consume wisely. There's so many layers. Like, I feel like I could be talking even more about each of these cards, but just so we're not all sitting here 5 ever. Wait, I skipped a card. Eek! Spoilers. Oh my gosh. Okay. The Hierophant. This spiritual rite of passage is full of vital information you'll need for the future. An Indian elephant has a very large hippocampus, the part of the brain responsible for memory, consolidation, and learning. Jealous. Sorry, I'm cracking myself up. I'm pretty sure when you have ADHD, that part of your brain is smaller. Okay. Memory plays a big part in gaining and sharing wisdom. Okay, collecting myself. Jeez, get a grip. Okay. Goldfinches keep their mates for only 1 season, but this does not mean you have to do the same. Stick close to those who are with you in spiritually enlightening moments. Then we have royal lily flowers need full sun for at least half the day in order to thrive. And when they do, they produce up to 25 intoxicating fragrant flowers per stem. Make the world more beautiful by showing empathy to those who need it most. Wow! That is gorgeous. I just love that through these different symbols, it's not all... We're not getting 3 symbols that all just mean the same thing. It's like through each of the features of the card, each animal or plant, we're getting a new way to look at the card. I think that is so fantastic. I'm so impressed. Okay, the Lovers just says, oh, this is nice. So we've got ring-tailed lemurs. When they find a partner, they spend a lot of time together, snuggling on a tree branch, stop it, usually with their tails wrapped around each other. This behavior strengthens their bond and also keeps them warm. Oh my gosh, love it. So then we have the wood-boring jewel beetle. Their iridescence does not come from pigmentation of their exoskeleton, but from structural micropatterns on the cuticle that reflect certain light frequencies. Don't be blinded by outer beauty if longevity is your goal. Ooh. Slay. Okay. The flamingo pink mum represents friendship, love, longevity, and joy. Everything you need for a full and soul-satisfying life. Cuties. Love it. Okay. The Chariot. You can't stop time from rolling on. Let go and hang on. Chambered Nautilus represent expansion, strength, and renewal, which they need for the survival of their species. They are currently on the endangered list. Don't be preoccupied with endings. Then we've got the Ocellaris clownfish. Are all born male, but when their community's female dies, the largest of the school transforms into the next female. What? What? That's the coolest thing I have literally ever heard. What a power move that is. Ooh, we're all born male. And then the female dies, so the biggest one of us, we got the power now. Amazing. Often changes what is needed in order to survive. Cool, cool, cool. So then we have sea fan coral. Grows at a right angle to the flow of water across its colony. Just gorgeous. All about change and like going with the flow and movement. Oh, okay, this is... I'm having fun. Are you having fun? I'm having fun. Oh, I'm so glad you're having fun too. Great answer. Okay, strength. Mental and emotional health are just as important as physical strength. Yes. Snaps. Snaps for strength card. Bison have incredibly thick skin and are known for great perseverance. Generally even-tempered. I did not know that. Oh, I love bison. Cute. Generally even-tempered, bison are sturdy and well-grounded even when challenged or provoked. They know their own strength. Eastern bluebirds, love them, are very social, gathering in flocks of up to 100. There is strength in numbers. Don't forget to call on your chosen flock for support when you feel overpowered. Oh my gosh. Okay, and then we have English lavender. When you cut this fragrant plant, it grows stronger, producing a second bloom. What? I didn't know that. I always fail at growing lavender, so that's probably why I didn't know that. Never experienced it, but so cool. The Hermit. Introspection is the first step to discovering who you are. This is the binturong, which wraps its long tail around a branch several times for safety. Binturong, also called bear cats, love that, are shy and reclusive in the wild, and if you disturb them before they are ready for some company, they can be aggressive. Take the time you need in self-reflection. The snake here is the blue racer. It is one of the only snakes that will actively chase people away when their territory is invaded. Ooh, scary. And then we've got the black hellebore. I love hellebore. I cannot wait to grow some next year. It's evergreen? What? Wait, I want some of that. How cool is that? Okay. Black hellebore is evergreen, but poisonous. Toxicity prevents it from being eaten by deer and other animals, so it can survive to bloom in winter or early spring. Too much solitude poisons our social lives and relationships. Ooh, okay. Yes, true. Wheel of Fortune, I love what's happening already. Yes. Okay. On the Wheel of Fortune, a single point will always come back to itself. The Sunda slow loris is known for its slow, deliberate climbing of trees in its forest habitat. Its extremely slow metabolism may be the cause of its unhurried movements, but it's also doing its best to travel silently. Take time to make the right decisions. The butterfly and the caterpillar is a cairn's birdwing. The caterpillar feeds on Aristolochia vines, a plant toxic to most other caterpillars. The toxins are stored in their orange spines. Once transformed into a vibrant butterfly, the cairn's birdwing never forgets where it came from. The acid is stored as a caterpillar remains, making this large butterfly toxic. The yellow abdomens are a warning to predators to choose their lunch wisely. Oh my gosh, how cool is that? The caterpillar consumes toxic vines, so then the butterfly is toxic? Makes sense. Okay, then we've got the banana leaf. Plant produce no edible fruit. Besides ornamental uses, they are cultivated for their durable fibers, which are used to make kimonos, paper, and even high-strength ropes. Resist self-doubt and trust yourself in making your next move. Yes. Justice, look at that. We've got the Bengal tiger. Has a white undercoat caused by a genetic mutation. One of the largest cats, it is endangered by human activity, poaching, deforestation, and loss of habitat. The pressure on the food chain of smaller personal territories, along with the proximity to people, have led to many instances of man-eating. Poetic justice? Yes, but it's not about reprisals. The tiger is just doing what comes naturally. Then we've got the red-banded leaf hopper. Carefully inserts its eggs into the veins of leaves, ensuring their survival. However, if you bite the hand that feeds you, like a leaf hopper infecting its host with a bacteria that causes leaf scorch, then you might be in for a rude awakening. Ooh. And then French marigolds produce an oil with a distinct scent sometimes used in perfumes. Marigolds are an important part of Day of the Dead observances. They are believed to lead the ancestors back home with their heady scent. Such a cool symbol there. Wow. All right, the Hanged Man. We've got the striped yellow-eared bat. Carefully plans when to birth its young. Rain can be harmful to bats, particularly baby bats, but they are born during the rainy season so their mothers can keep them close and dry. Oh. It might be in your best interest to stay where you are for now and lay low. Oh, I didn't read the little blurb. I didn't do it for the last one either, I don't think. Oopsie. For justice, oh my gosh, words. I said what I said is what it says. Okay. Hanged Man, what might seem mundane now will look totally different when you change your perspective. Alright. Then we've got white prominent moths, are the revenants of the insect world, having been unseen for nearly 70 years before reappearing. And then we've got death cap mushrooms. They look like an edible snack, but they are extremely toxic and there's no true antidote. When you look at things from a different perspective, you see things for what they are. So cool. Death. Already loving this. The golden garden spider is an orb weaver, which are known for transforming their silk into intricate lace-like webs. They are not aggressive towards humans, but their bite is deadly for the small insects that get stuck in the web. You might be feeling stuck and have an urge to struggle and flee some situation. Remember, what's normal for the spider is chaos for the fly. Redefine your role. Whoa. Then we've got a female wasp. Can deliver multiple sharp stings, the effects of which can linger for days. The pain that you are feeling now might seem like it will last forever, but this card is telling you that emotional relief is on the way. And then our plant is the Venus flytrap, which is provided nourishment by death. They are the only carnivorous plant that can move. Life and death are so closely intertwined in nature. Oh, and the blurb was, be sure your fingers are out of the way when closing a door. Oh my gosh, what a line! That's so good. Oh my gosh, I love this. Okay. The blurb for temperance is, when you approach negotiation with kindness, you'll get more than you ask for. The snub-nosed monkey once preferred more temperate mountain climates, but as the mountains grew over eons, they found their habitat growing colder. Instead of extinction, the monkeys developed thick fur coats and a snub nose to protect from frostbite. Blue morpho butterfly can look iridescent blue or pitch black. People who have true self-awareness are able to see their strengths and their flaws with clarity and acceptance. Then we've got the tiger lily, represents confidence, but its symbolic meaning can sometimes be confused with vanity or conceit. So interesting. The devil. So this skull here is that of a grizzly bear, is a lethal beast with superhuman strength, but its skull and DNA show scientists that they once selected habitats the same way humans do, and historically often found themselves sharing the land with indigenous families. Wow, how interesting. The skull, and then this is the death's head hawk moth, looks close enough to a human skull to send shivers down your spine. It seems like an excessive measure to evade predators, but sometimes drastic measures are required to pull yourself away from your darker influences. Then our plant is the elephant ear flora. It's beautiful but extremely toxic to dogs. When you already know the risks of something, it's better to leave it alone. The blurb was, as you become aware of your shadow, you are better able to access your light. Beautiful. The tower. Eek! Eek! Okay. The sentence is worst day ever! Okay, the spotted hyena is a feared predator in the African savanna. Their menacing laugh can signal that it has found something to kill, and it's excited about it. Ooh! Eek! Then we've got the Picasso bug. It's related to the stink bug, and it emits a foul odor when disturbed, but there's no real harm in that. Things may seem worse than they are. Then we've got resilient elephant grass, is fast growing with some clumps reaching 15 feet in height. It might be best to work through your hardship in private or only with those in your life who are supportive. Wow, that's good. Okay, the star. A star never has to dim its light to let another be part of the universe. Oh, cool. All right, this is the duck-billed platypus. The platypus, a monotreme, is an egg-laying mammal, venomous, I did not know that, and, strangest of all, under UV light, their fur emits a bioluminescent glow. What? What is this, Anna? Like, excuse me? What's happening there? The star can help you make unique connections between things that don't seem to belong together. Love that. The blue dasher dragonfly can fly backwards, forwards, up, down, and hover in midair. As you seek guidance on what direction or action you need to take, keep an open mind. Then we have the Indian lotus flower, can only grow in the mud. Love that. I love a lotus for the star. As it rises to the surface, its flower blooms pristinely clean. So good. The moon. The light of the moon will guide you through the changing tides. This is the coconut octopus. I know all about that guy from Octonauts. Love that show. They walk on two legs. It's weird. Oh, and yep, okay, it says it here. A coconut octopus walking on two of its limbs along the lagoon bottom. It's collecting coconut halves and seashells, carrying its find while looking for a better one. They use these to build a protective shelter, so they like kind of like hermit crab themselves into coconut shells. It's so crazy. Okay. They know the balance between exploration and staying safe. And then around it we have the moon jellyfish, which appear peaceful and beautifully crystal clear on the surface. You'd never know that underneath that translucence their short tentacles have the power to electrify. And then we have giant kelp. When you pull the moon, the path forward emerges, but as you move forward, things become untangled and rise to the surface. So good. The sun. I love this one. Giraffes are one of my favorite animals. This moment is one to cherish. Maasai giraffes are built to bask in the sun. Slay! Slay. Okay. Their long necks cast shadows across their bodies, protecting them from harsh UV rays. Makes so much sense. I love that. Their tongues are blue-gray to protect from sunburn. A little tongue sunburn, imagine that. Oh my gosh. Giraffes are also known for their uniquely sunny dispositions. They are very social and friendly, and they're one of only a few wild animals that are friendly towards humans. Then we've got the western bumblebee. Vitally important for a thriving ecosystem. Each day is an opportunity to gather strength. And then, of course, giant sunflowers face the sun to increase photosynthesis. Root yourself in abundant goodness. I love that so much. What a good card. Judgment. It's time to get it together. I feel like that's something I say to myself constantly. Get it together. Okay. Ooh, this is the Portuguese man-o'-war. Drifts into the foreground of your circumstance. Although these creatures rely on wind and ocean currents to move along, their venomous tentacles have a far reach. Up to 165 feet long? How scary is that? This little, like, blubbery thing is just being blown across the ocean and just creates this forest of tangle? That's crazy. Okay. Silvery minnows are misled into believing they're swimming with their school, only to find they've become tangled in a net of tentacles. By the time paralysis sets in, it's too late. Unlike the Portuguese man-o'-war, the Judgment card offers you a second chance. And then we've got invasive Japanese wireweed. Did not have a significant ecological impact. As it was left to grow uncontrollably, it began to outcompete local species. The longitudinal growth of its fronds also blocking out light required for other species' survival. Let the invasive history of this plant caution you against what happens when you do not take action quickly. Ooh, interesting. Alright, and we've got the world. So this is the veiled chameleon. I think I probably didn't clarify. I'm not like reading everything in here, so it feels like something is like not being explained. Everything is explained and connected very well here, but I'm just going through exploring what we're seeing here. I did not say that at all, so apologies. So we've got here, what a wonderful world. The veiled chameleon changes color with the seasons or to avoid predators. In reality, this little creature is just making its feelings known to the world. Show off and celebrate. Then we've got the pink-edged sulfur coleus butterfly. Are so rarely seen that when a photographer or scientist is able to get a look, they are elated. And then we've got the ginkgo, is referred to as a living fossil. It is the lone survivor of a group of trees that date back to the Jurassic period. Today they are celebrated for their beauty and their hardiness. In Japan, the ginkgo is a symbol of good fortune and happiness. The fan-shaped leaves are said to represent the ever-widening future ahead. Oh, I love that so much. Okay, so I am hungry. So I'm gonna take a pause. No, I don't need to announce this, but I don't know. I am. We're already here. So I'm gonna take a pause, come back. I guess maybe if like the lighting's different and stuff, I'm probably going to take some pauses between each suit because I don't want to overdo it. So that's what's going on. I'm gonna go eat some dinner. I'll be back for the first of the minors. Okay, we're back. Oh, and we're off center. Hold on. If you hear rustling in the background, that is Stevie. So, let's get into our cups. So, the Ace of Cups. And we continue completely with these key sentences. I love that. Allowing your heart to lead will always keep you fulfilled. This is the leafy sea dragon. Although they are inept swimmers, their camouflage abilities are so good that they have no known predators. How neat is that? Then we've got the royal dottyback. Is known for its aggression towards smaller fish. But when it's surrounded by larger fish, it will dart about from hiding place to hiding place. Learn to reel it in or risk losing the luck this card brings. Wow. Then we've got the carrageen moss, is a type of algae that comes in a wide range of colors. Its nutrient density and springy texture provide food to an array of sea creatures. If you are open to the buffet of possibilities before you, the unexpected can happen. So cool. Alright. The Two of Cups, serendipity does not even begin to cover it. These are Humboldt penguins. They differ from other penguin species because they live in warmer climates, usually in South America. That's so cool. I did not know that such penguins existed. They remain with their partner for life. Then we've got the Peruvian leaf mantis. It's so named because its wings beautifully mimic large leaves. You never know what direction your next meal or partnership will come from. The Peruvian lily, also called the lily of the Incas, is very versatile. They symbolize devotion and friendship. Even if your new connections are platonic, love comes in many forms. So pretty. I love Peruvian lilies. Don't quote me on this, but I do believe they are a type of lily that is not toxic to animals, but don't quote me on that. Alright, we've got the Three of Cups. I love that we're keeping with mostly sea creatures here. The gift of gratitude is something to celebrate. This is the bobtail squid. They are a nocturnal species, but their symbiotic relationship with bioluminescent bacteria gives them a glow. So cool. Bask in your own success. Then we've got diatoms dance with the currents, releasing oxygen into the atmosphere. It is estimated that diatoms are responsible for up to half the oxygen we breathe. That's these kind of like cell-looking things around the octopus. Slow down, breathe easy, and enjoy this time. And we've got turtle grass. Creates meadows in the shallows of the ocean floor that provide nutrients to sea creatures, as well as homes for diatoms and the bacteria that give the bobtail squid its luminescence. Everybody prospers in this little ecosystem. Celebrate what you're grateful for with the people you're grateful for. I love that. The Four. It says, whatever. This deck is so funny. Okay. We've got the hippopotamus. They stay cool in the water or in mud holes on land, emerging in the evening to graze. Although their lifestyle may seem chill, yawning is a threatening behavior, and as the third largest land mammal, they have the muscle to back it up. How interesting. Even though they may float close together, adults have almost no attachments. Stagnant relationships need attention. Then we've got oxpeckers. They feed on insects like ticks and other parasites exclusively from the back of a large mammal. Some of their hosts are not as tolerant as others, especially since these nervy birds also open wounds on the animal's back and drink their blood. Whoa! What starts as a beneficial service soon becomes parasitic. How neat. And then we've got water lettuce. Can be found floating on the surface of warm, slow-moving rivers, lakes, or ponds. It's not a food source. It's a nursery for malaria-carrying mosquitoes. In nature and in aquariums, it is invasive and tends to grow out of control. Slow-developing situations need your attention if you wish to influence outcomes. Wow. How interesting. The Five of Cups says, go on without me. This is the lionfish. Its ostentatious dorsal fin is loaded with venomous spines, so effective that they have no known predators. Despite this, they have become popular fish for hobby aquariums. When humans come in contact with them in a tank or in the sea, the results are excruciating. The Five of Cups often points to holding onto pain because we fear the unknown. Wow, what an image that is, with keeping the lionfish in, like, a fish tank in the home. Oh, I see. So down here, we've got a squat shrimp. They are known for the way they hold their abdomens up with their fan tail over their heads. Also called sexy shrimp because they wiggle their abdomens as they walk. Perhaps this swagger comes from their ability to live in stinging anemones without being harmed. Minimize the impact of tough times by believing you'll be okay on the other side. That's cool. And we've got carnation coral. These coral have no means of defense. Climate changes are threatening their survival. It's all happening and you can't avoid it anymore. Ooh. Wow. In the 6, we've got green sea turtles. They make incredible journeys between the beaches where they were born and their feeding grounds, sometimes up to 1,600 miles. Biologists aren't quite sure how they do it, but somehow they return to the same beach year after year to mate and lay eggs. Wow. Tests show differences in DNA that separate them from the turtles found on other beaches. Instinct and memory direct the journey. Ooh, and the sentence is, take what you have learned from the past and integrate it into your future. I love that. Then we've got the compass jellyfish. Their sting is extremely painful and can be delivered from a severed tentacle or even a dead animal. What? Wow. Dwelling on the past keeps you from enjoying the things that are going right in your life. Oarweed kelp grows at depths of up to 60 feet using root-like holdfasts to attach itself to the rocky seabed. This is a good time to fall back on strong roots. Cool. The 7. We've got the American white pelican. Oh, I didn't read the blurb. I keep forgetting that. Possibilities may be infinite, but there can only be one decision. The American white pelican gracefulness seems effortless. However, on land they are awkward. Out of their element, they seem to struggle. Don't be in a hurry to make decisions. Then we've got volcano barnacles, are small crustaceans that anchor themselves where they can filter feed on plankton and other detritus floating by on the current. Be sure to evaluate current circumstances before making a decision based solely on former practices. And we've got springy turf moss, with its leaves bent back at almost a 90-degree angle, appears star-shaped from above, and forms soft cushions that spring back when touched. Cool. You have time to make the best choice that's right for you. Yes, okay. 8 of Cups, don't just float around. Telescope goldfish are peaceful, social fish who do well in home aquariums. When stressed, they dart around, almost blindly crashing into plants and accessories. Their telescopic eyes are the result of selective breeding, but their vision is very poor. Aww. And then we've got the channeled apple snail. Considered the worst invasive species, has become such a nuisance that is now used as a food source. Talk about wearing out your welcome. And we've got the ocelot green sword, generates new leaves weekly. If you don't see a clear path ahead right away, give it some time. However, when the time comes, you need to act quickly before you miss out. Alright, the 9. Don't let it go to your head. Interesting. This is a female American alligator, is an attentive mother. She stays nearby, guarding her nest until her eggs begin hatching. The yelps of the first tiny alligators to emerge signal the mother, who then carries them safely to water in her mouth. Having a family, whether it's biological, adopted, or chosen, gives us a sense of belonging. So cool. Then we've got the purple-winged hopper, is one of the largest species of grasshopper. Confidence is an asset. Be proud of your accomplishments and share them with others, but be cautious and avoid vanity, which can quickly become a hindrance. And we've got water hyacinth. While toxic to dogs, cats, and other animals, is an excellent water purifier. It can greatly benefit the bodies of water where it grows, swamps, ponds, and rivers. It absorbs harmful elements like copper and nickel, reducing their concentrations in the water. This flower is beautiful but also acts as a filter for toxicity. Use your newfound confidence to rid your life of toxic people, jobs, or thoughts. Oh, I love that. Look at that! Okay. 10 of Cups. I have everything I need because of everywhere I've been. Oh, so good. So this is a capybara. Make the best places to rest. These semi-aquatic mammals are the largest living rodent and able to share the water with alligators since they are too big to be eaten. Gosh, you wouldn't think so, huh? You've come a long way and now it's time for some downtime. I love that. Then we've got the Australian green tree frog. Loves to celebrate loudly at dusk among friends. One of the largest tree frogs, they are docile and unafraid of humans, often taking up residence nearby. Ooh, their calls increase after rain. Is it joy or relief? Whatever the case, you have to admire how they celebrate with their friends. It's okay to accept praise and love from those who support you most. And we've got passion flower, historically used as a sedative. Today, it is used in integrative medicine as a dietary supplement that eases anxiety and aids sleep. You've earned a rest and a chance to dream about the future. I love that. Okay, so this is broken up. Instead of page and night, we get daughter, son, mother, father, is how it goes. So the Daughter of Cups, let the creativity flow. And here we have a sea otter. Constant attention to the grooming of its thick fur is necessary to keep it waterproof and maintain body temperature. Interesting. Nurture yourself by looking for inspiration in artistic or imaginative endeavors. Discover a new vision and be led by it. I love that. We've got sea urchins. See things differently, literally. Urchins do not have eyes. They get a sense of their surroundings by detecting light on the ends of their spines. See this as a metaphor for fully seeing and sensing the brightness of your life. I love that. And we've got green algae. Gets its energy from the sun and its color from chlorophyll. Gathering your own energy from the sun can be a relaxing practice. Engage in an activity or ritual involving all your senses. How cool. All right. The Son of Cups. Finally, you are ready to receive. We've got a manatee. Gentle sea creatures, sometimes called sea cows due to their tranquil grazing behavior. They are slow-moving and curious. The position of their few teeth doesn't allow for biting, leaving them harmless but also defenseless. Don't let others kill your good vibes, but this doesn't mean you should be passive. Just discern which things are really worth a battle. Then we've got bromeliad weevil is invasive in many parts of Florida, damaging and destroying native plant populations. Weevil's diets are plant-specific, that is, it only hurts its favorite plant. This is a reminder to not let your charm overshadow your good intentions. Where is the weevil? Oh, it's this bug down here. I see. Okay, and then we've got bromeliads, are a family of flowering plants with as many as 3,700 different species. They only release oxygen at night in an effort to conserve moisture. For centuries, cultures in South Africa have eaten the flowers or fruits for their high sugar content. Hold on to the sweet things in your life, but also give them room to breathe. I love that. The Mother of Cups. Lead with your heart and the rest will follow. We've got California sea lions. They are very social, and females group together, being relatively indifferent to the males. Yet these same females will fight each other when it comes to defending their pups. They represent both loyalty and support, and also the ability to prioritize who needs it the most. I love that. Then we've got rufous hummingbirds, are aggressive feeders and defenders of their floral territories, and will even go after pets or squirrels if they get too close. If you have the high ground, defend it. And the vermilion California poppy blooms from spring to midsummer, closing its petals at night and in cloudy or rainy weather. Although it is a top pollen producer, it doesn't cause allergies since it isn't wind pollinated. But when the time is right, it self-seeds with abandon, quickly becoming a nuisance. Being a conduit of the physical and spiritual, the Mother of Cups knows how to balance her emotions with insight and intuition. Cool. Alright, and we've got the Father of Cups. Anything is possible when you start with yes. I'm loving these key sentences here. So this is a walrus. Weighing in at 1.5 tons, are powerful and assured, using their tusks to ward off predators and protect the herd. The birds are male blue throats. Ooh, and they mimic calls from other birds. They tend to stay hidden unless they are singing, knowing when to speak up, and it's wise to keep their voices down. The flowers are blue, Alaska blue anemone, an herb that grows well in rocky soil. Although toxic in large doses, the saponins found in anemones are used with other plants in integrative medicine to calm anxiety and distressing thoughts. Until now, you may have missed the choices available to you amid the chaos, but now you know nothing matters more than the alignment of your mind with your actions. Oh my gosh, this is just so good. I'm gonna take another break, maybe until tomorrow, and do the rest, but I'm loving this deck. Are you loving this deck? I am. Okay, I'll be back. I'm back. It's the next morning now. I don't know why I'm continuing to announce me stopping and starting. Well, maybe because it truly just occurred to me that I don't have to do these in one sitting. Because I feel like I haven't done a really in-depth walkthrough in quite a while, just because, I don't know, the idea of like sitting for so long, they're just hard. They're hard for me to do, so I haven't. And then it occurred to me, because I really wanted to do this one, because I wanted to just, like, myself do this, and I knew I wouldn't if I didn't film a video, because body doubling. It occurred to me, oh, you don't have to just power through the whole entire deck at once, so. Oh, my battery's gonna die, though. Yikes. Okay, let's plug that in. Eek, eek, eek. That was the thing I didn't think about, huh? A long video means you gotta plug it in. Okay, BRB again. Alright, close call there. So, moving on to the Pentacle suit, which from my initial flip through I have to say, I think this is my favorite suit, just from looking at the images, which I'm always a Pentacle suit girly, but this one's so good. Okay, so we've got the Ace of Pentacles. Good things are coming, but they'll only manifest if you do something with what you're given. Ooh, I love that. So this is a red-bellied woodpecker, and they find their food in rotting trees. They eat bugs like carpenter ants by the tongueful. Some might say they are opportunists making the most of death. Oh, how cool is that? Then we've got the European peacock butterfly, called so because their wings resemble the pattern of peacock feathers. They appear as large predator eyes for its defense. What patterns in your life can you find gratitude in? Oh, I love that. Okay. Then the plant here is the turkey tail mushroom, which you can see in the corners here. Which, as it thrives, gains new concentric zones of color. Sure, it's important to plan, but it doesn't cost anything to dream. Oh my gosh, when it suggests performing a seed planting ritual, which I'm totally planning on doing with some fall planted bulbs I bought, like some, I got crocuses and tulips and daffodils. Very excited. I'm thinking of getting maybe just some, I mean, I know all paper is technically biodegradable, but I want to get some, like, very natural paper that I know won't kind of harm the soil in any way. Or, you know, maybe even better idea, instead of that, I like doing seed planting rituals just with some like dried beans I got. So maybe I will do that with a dried bean and just put it with the bulb, or I'll just like, yeah, maybe that's a better idea. Anyways, regardless, not the point. Look, I mean, are you kidding? Come on. Come on. Alright, the Two of Pentacles. Why juggle 2 coins with 2 hands when you could put 2 coins in one pocket? Stop it. So good. I feel like you could do such good readings just reading the little sentences under the pictures. Okay, so this is the European hedgehog. They stalk prey without using their eyes. Their senses of hearing and smell allow them to hunt during the day, while their eyesight is reserved for nocturnal navigation. Use your intuition as you navigate through your next task. That's so cool. I did not know that about them. Then we've got the inchworm, which is on these leaves here. Moves along at its own pace, one bite at a time, enticed by sweet young strawberry plants, which are here, and it says, let sweetness guide you to new paths instead of doing what's always been done before. I love that. I love that card. And oh my gosh. So the Three of Pentacles, it's all coming together now. We've got the box turtle. I love box turtles. We have so many of them around here. I love them. They have dome-shaped shells hinged at the bottom, which allows it to close itself up tightly inside. Come out of your shell and be willing to ask for help. Oh, I love that. And then we've got ladybugs. You can kind of see them. It's not picking up these details on camera as well, but in person you really can see all of these things, but they're little. Their presence is welcomed as a non-toxic form of pest control. No matter where you start, you are sure to be part of a cohesive team by the end of your endeavor. And we've got Shasta daisies. I want to get some of those next year too. They're so pretty. Oh, I didn't know this. Named for Mount Shasta, they are commonly grown by gardeners. Use your energy to bloom anywhere you feel loved. Stop it. That's so good. Our beaver friend, the Four of Pentacles. Investing the right amount of care, a healthy mindset, and restraint will help you discover what all the saving has been for. The American beaver is uniquely adapted to digest wood, but whatever isn't eaten is used to construct lodges and dams. Adaptability and frugality will help you adjust to financial changes and find balance. And then we've got the Catiatid, I'm not good at saying that word, is a master of vigilance. They have a 1-year lifespan. I didn't know that. And try to make the most of it. They avoid predators with an olfactory camouflage called crypsis, changing their scent to blend in with the twigs and leaves. How cool is that? They secure the future of their species by laying resilient eggs that can survive 2 seasons on a single leaf before hatching in spring. What? Cool. And then we've got the cattail. Cattail seeds are easily buried in the marsh. However, they are viable up to 100 years. I tell ya. Nature is amazing. Patience can be a survival tactic. Letting your impulses control your finances will only harm you in the long run. That's cool. I don't know that I love in this card the like super emphasis on finances specifically, but like I can kind of take that in my own directions as I would so choose. But I feel like the other cards so far like haven't done that, but who knows where the rest is gonna go. I could be eating my words. All right. Oh, how pretty is that? So the Five of Pentacles. Every ending also has a beginning and a middle. So the skull here is a raccoon skull. A raccoon is highly intelligent, but cannot take its skull into the afterlife any more than you can take money to your grave. What's the point of living if you're not enjoying the little moments? Oh, wow. And then we've got the Pacific banana slug, or any slug will bring you luck and fortune. I didn't know that. What an interesting thing there that slugs bring you fortune, because I don't know about you all, but the slugs in my garden are, I don't know that I'd call them lucky. They're kind of annoying. Anyways, even if this was true, these guys have more important things to do for the planet. Slugs break down organic matter, recycling nutrients for the forest floor. In addition, their slimy coating is actually liquid crystal with potential medical uses. What? Excuse me? Touching this mucus covering can harm them. Instead, invest in things that are equally beneficial for you and the world. Oh, I love that. And then we've got mushrooms. Mushrooms and lichen are genetically closer to humans than plants. Excuse me? What? Like humans, mushrooms contain ergosterol, which converts into vitamin D in ultraviolet light. Let things go and let yourself grow or glow. 8 mushroom species glow in the dark. Fun fact. Wow, oh my gosh, they're more... That's so interesting, isn't it? I didn't know that. Right. Our 6 of Pentacles. The more you give, the more you'll get back. I already know I'm not going to say this right. The Japanese macaques live in large groups, sometimes up to 30, called troops. They're able to thrive in such a large community by helping each other. They cooperate to find food, keep each other warm, and clean each other's fur. Oh, they even play with each other. How cute. Then we've got red Helen butterflies. I love the, like, large amount of butterflies and moths in this deck. I think that's really cool. They are large swallowtail butterflies with a wingspan of 100 to 120 millimeters. Take this as a promise of big transformations to come. Now is a good time to wear your heart on your sleeve and display the tapestry of your life experience with pride. And then we've got Japanese maples. The growth rate is slow, but they can live up to 100 years. Growing in shady places on the edge of the forest, these colorful trees also remain vibrant in the dark. Don't lose faith if you're not seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. Oh, that's so good. Japanese maples are so pretty. Alright, these 7 of Pentacles. Do what you can with what you have. European pine martens are known to be aggressive. They will hunt and eat any small animal they can get their claws on, but this comes at a price. All the commotion leaves them vulnerable to larger predators who may have overheard the attack. If you can be more strategic in how you get what you want, you'll find more success and avoid unnecessary conflict. Oh, so good. Then we've got lupine blue butterflies have extremely short lifespans. Males only live about 5 days. What? That's so crazy. However, they have found a way to invest in their futures by forming a symbiotic relationship with ants. The ants protect the butterflies' unhatched larvae, standing guard and watching for other predators. Oh my gosh, that's so interesting. I'd want to look up, like, what do the ants get out of it? Because it's symbiotic, so they get something out of it. But what? We'll find out. Then we've got blueberries. Make a delicious snack, but they are also rich with antioxidants that can give you the energy you need to invest in your future. Oh, what a good tie-in there. So good. I mean, come on. How beautiful is that? This artwork is just so stunning. My other light over here, the battery's definitely dying. Apologies. All right. 8 of Pentacles. The road may be long, but avoid taking the easy way out. Red foxes hunt small animals, but fables tell us the fox is sneaky and will almost always take the easy way out. Foxes that live close to urban areas spend their evenings digging through trash cans for scraps of food. If you remain steadfast and put in the honest work, you'll be more fulfilled and enjoy your success. Interesting. Small emeralds, like many moths, are attracted to light during their nocturnal flights. Stop resisting and head towards the light when circumstances remain unclear. That's an interesting thought there, because like sometimes when moths fly towards the light, it's not good because it's one of those zappy ones. Something to think about, maybe. I don't know. Wax flowers are hardy and resilient plants. They bloom during winter and early spring, the dead season for most other flowers. Oh, how cool is that? They are a favorite of florists since they last up to 3 weeks after cutting. Persistence will lead to long-term success. But maybe that message has been in front of you all along. Neat. I love this image with the bear and the mouse here. So we've got the 9 of Pentacles. Go solo and you might just find your mojo. So we've got the American black bear. Hibernates for 7.5 months. It's time to get back on track. There's always more to do, but you might get more things done by going it alone for now. And we've got the wood mouse is a busy little rodent, gathering and storing seeds for the winter ahead. Their nocturnal journeys can take them far from their burrow, but they leave visible landmarks like leaves and twigs along the way to lead them back home. Oh my gosh. How cool is that? That's so smart. Then we've got the fly agaric mushroom. An absolutely iconic fungus, but toxic. Don't be distracted by pretty things that aren't of real value to you. Do I feel like we already saw this mushroom, though? With this very similar message? Hold on. I gotta look now. I feel like there was, in the majors, fly... I'm getting some deja vu there. You know? But maybe that is just not true. Let's see, was it in the cups? I don't think so. Those were mostly water animals. Okay, maybe I'm just crazy. I must be. That's fine. It happens. Okay. Anyways. Love that card. The 10 of Pentacles. Success brings confidence and confidence brings success. This is the hoary bat. Is a large solitary species that is so confident it will hibernate out in the open. Okay. Love that for you. This mammal forages at night, covering a range of 24 miles and using echolocation to find its prey. It has to trust its instinct, being nearly blind. Listen to your intuition over your experience. Oh, I love that message. Then we've got fireflies. Glow as larvae, but in only a few subspecies do the adults maintain their luminescence. That's so interesting. In Japan, parks are built for the specific purpose of appreciating this biological light show. You've done a ton of inner work to reach your goals. It's time to bask in the glow that comes from you. Oh, I love that. We've got bleeding heart flowers, another one. I want to plant next year. Or no, maybe that's I gotta look into that. That might be a fall plant thing. Anyway, heart-shaped pendant petals are tightly gathered together and nod and dip in the breeze in unison. Bleeding heart represents compassion and openly expressing your emotions. I love that. For the 10 of Pentacles, that's so interesting. What an interesting card. Okay. The Daughter of Pentacles. You will love the forest more when you realize you are part of it. I love that. So we've got the lodgepole chipmunk. I didn't know there's different species of chipmunk. I'm gonna have to absolutely go down that rabbit hole. It has one main goal: get food and get home. While some goals are shared, the approach can differ for individuals based on their personality types. Interesting. Then we've got the garden snail. Glides along at the leisurely pace of 0.03 miles per hour, leaving behind a shimmery silver trail. They are slowly moving towards their purpose, cleaning up garden debris. Take your time on the path to self-discovery. So good. Then we've got the chanterelle mushrooms. Are ecomycorrhizal, meaning their network of roots is shallow and much of the fungi appear above the ground. They attach their roots to those of a woody plant without harm. Trees share glucose while the mushrooms provide minerals and nutrients to the soil in a symbiotic partnership called mutualism where both species benefit. Oh, I didn't realize that there was like different kind of I was getting my terms wrong, so maybe the ants from the other card don't necessarily. I don't know. I'm still gonna look it up because I think it's cool. Okay, wait till you see this next card. Are you ready? Oh my gosh. Yes. Every time I see this, I can't help. I don't have a dog. But like, I feel like if I did, the only thing in my brain right now is just saying like my son. This is my son. I just love him. Okay. You have all you need, you just need to keep at it. Excuse me. French bulldogs have a spirit of persistence, where they're giving you that pleading look or interrupting work from home calls with snorts and howls. French bulldogs often get their way. I love this. I have a feeling the creator has a French bulldog, which I love the inclusion here. I think that's so cool. Then we've got dark green fritillary butterflies. Their wings are actually orange with black spots. The green undertone is from the reverse side of the wings. These vibrant beauties fly quite far from home and are strong flyers. Oh, that's cool. Then we've got Virginia creeper. We have so much of this growing. It's best to train this unruly plant in the direction you want it to go, rather than letting it take over walls and fences on its own. Persistent effort is your best bet, and remind yourself that nothing lasts forever. Yeah, don't I know it with that plant. It's a pain in my butt right now. All right. The Mother of Pentacles, oh, my voice, is going. You cannot truly love nature from a distant view. You must immerse yourself in it. The red panda is not a true panda, but is more closely related to raccoons, weasels, and skunks. Ooh, its digestive system is only able to digest a quarter of what is eaten. They must supplement their diet with large amounts of other leaves and berries in season. Oh, I was talking about bamboo. Active only at dawn and dusk, they can usually be found in high trees sunbathing. Cool. So we've got bamboo page butterflies are rare, like your newfound easygoing persona. They fly unusually high in the canopy layer of the rainforest in a zigzag pattern. Oh, they easily blend in with the leaves and shadows they cast. Interesting. Then we've got bamboo. Grows a little over 3 feet every 24 hours. What? That's crazy. Create your own security structure by identifying the people around you that are the most caring. I love that. Wow, that's crazy with bamboo. And the Father of Pentacles. Yesterday's dreams are today's reality. The Markhor, the largest wild goat, is such a badass that its name translates to snake eater. Oh my god. Okay. It does have a habit of stepping on snakes with its giant hooves. Iranian folklore speaks of a beast that can kill snakes with its spiral horns and eat them to produce a foam that has anti-venom properties. When you are so good at what you do, you become a literal legend. I love that. Okay, and then we've got the whiskered euhina, which is the bird. Also falls into the category of legends. It has a mohawk. It also does a great job of making sure you know it. Their calls are quite noisy and distinct. Although you have all the experience to be a leader, leave room for some fun. I love that. Fritillaria have bell-shaped flowers that suggest bowing. Because of this, they have their own place in Iranian culture as a flower that symbolizes respect and remembrance. That is so cool. Okay, I love this. I am running out of space on my memory card anyway, and I'm gonna charge that light, so I will be back for the final suit, but I hope you're all having fun with me. This deck is just, it's blowing me away. Okay, I feel like I said before that we're up to the last suit. Not true. We've still got 2 more. That's okay. Background noise currently, rain. So enjoy. All right, next we've got our Wands suit. So, the Ace of Wands, nothing stands in the way except your own limitations. Ooh, love that. So this is the Texas horned lizard. As a defense against predators, they can launch a stream of blood up to 3 feet from the ducts of their eyes. What? Oh my gosh. This card proclaims one has to take action and stop incessant planning. Love that. Just shoot blood from your eyes. Come on, stop messing around, everyone. Alright, then we've got the green and brown of the smaller Parasa moth provides the camouflage of a drying leaf. Practice allowing your passion to lead you. This will help transform your story. Oh, cool. Then we've got prickly pear cactus. Bloom and fruit amid the sharpest spikes. Oh, that's really cool. Okay. The Two of Wands. No matter how long you've been on the path, change your course if it's leading nowhere. So these are Honduran white bats. They build a tent from leaves with tiny teeth, then roost there with its family in a safe and secure microclimate. We can only grow when we feel safe enough to heal. Oh, I love that. Then the bugs are Helicania. Oh, sorry, nope, that's not the bugs, that's the plant. Helicania leaves provide the tent-making material. Take time to evaluate your options. Oh, that's cool, okay. Then we've got leafcutter ants. Have a solid reputation for hard work. They can carry up to 50 times their own weight. You may not need to take up bodybuilding for what's ahead, but you would do well to roll up your sleeves and give it your all. Okay. Our Three of Wands, your future awaits you and no one else. These are Bactrian camels, rely on their double humps to store fat for times when food is scarce. They are able to use water more efficiently because of the unique shape of their blood cells. What unique characteristics do you have to help you as you travel toward your destiny? I love that. Then we've got the rosemary beetle, traveled all the way from the Middle East, North Africa, and Southern Europe to find themselves in your garden. Perhaps it was their destiny to take tiny bites out of stems and leaves. Some consider them pests, but in reality they rarely do enough damage to kill a plant. Then we've got saltbush. One plant produces both male and female flowers. Both are necessary for reproduction, but only half will bear fruit. You have the choice here. Embrace what you were destined for, even if the road takes you down a different path than you started on. Let go of your expectations. That's really cool. The Four of Wands. Napping is an acceptable form of doing something. I love that. What a good message that is. This is the Margay. These cats know that the view is always better from the top. They are the only felines that are adapted to live in arboreal life. Relax, look down, and appreciate the work it took to get here. I love that. Then we've got the five-lined stripe streak butterfly. The common name in Spanish translates to butterfly with spiderweb wings. Use this as a metaphor to relax and envision a future full of optimism and beauty without getting stuck in a web of negative thoughts. Then we've got the strychnos plant is delicious, but its seeds contain the infamous alkaloid strychnine, and traces can be found in the entire plant. It's okay to pick things apart, but refrain from doing this to exhaustion. You could poison some of the good. Oh, wow. Okay, the Five. No one can listen when everyone is talking. Oh, I love that. This is the Greater Roadrunner. Oh, I'm getting so nervous. I think Stevie found a mouse last night. Who escaped? The mouse escaped. But I came home from work just now to find her sitting, staring at the spot where he escaped, and oh my god, okay, anyway. Eek. Anyways, I think she just jumped on the table. She's not chasing something. Alright. So the Roadrunner, if only they would slow down enough to realize resolutions best come from a well thought out place. Cool. Then we've got the Sonoran spotted whiptail lizard. Will drop its tail to evade predators, but it can take months to grow back. Having an extreme and sudden reaction when faced with conflict can damage the relationships around you and take months or longer to rebuild. Oh, wow. Then we've got Russian thistle, also called tumbleweed, strategically spreads its seeds as it rolls around the desert, covering lots of ground. Take care of the things you need to do one by one instead of trying to frantically accomplish everything at once. What a good card. I love that. Okay, Six of Wands, the worst is over. Enjoy what comes next. This is a pygmy. The smallest monkeys in the world, these palm-sized primates can leap several feet to avoid predators. They live in family groups for safety, and everyone helps care for their young ones. Embrace all the well wishes and praise from peers, coworkers, bosses, and family. It's truly well deserved. Then we've got the common rose swallowtail, flies high, slowly, and securely. It's inedible. Go boldly forward. And our plant is the Japanese lantern hibiscus. Blooms whenever light conditions are just right. You are ready for a transformation. Perfect. The Seven of Wands. Shield yourself from self-doubt. This is a tree pangolin. Their poor vision is no problem for this night hunter of insects. It relies instead on its strengths, an exceptional sense of smell, powerful front legs, and a long, sticky tongue. I love that. Then we've got the dark-horned lanternfly, is an invasive plant hopper species which eventually kills its host plant. Take this as a metaphor to let go of any toxic self-talk that your mind is hosting. So cool! And our plant here is the orange blossom, has a very complex scent. Citrusy, floral, and even bitter. Calming, yet bright and uplifting. It reminds us to live wholeheartedly. Perfect. Look at that! Okay, Eight of Wands. Do you know what you're racing towards? These are meerkats. They are immune to the venom of some snakes. When we no longer let others inject their drama, expectations, and desires into our lives, we can allow ourselves to try something new. So cool. Then our bug here is the striped cucumber beetle. They feed exclusively on squash, cucumbers, and melons, and lay their eggs on other plants. Manage what comes next after the damage of resisting the inevitable. That is so cool. And our plant here is World Loosestrife. The Cherokee people use this plant to treat urinary tract and kidney ailments. This body system filters and excretes acid and excess fluids, maintaining a healthy balance of water, salts, and minerals. Neat! Okay, the Nine of Wands. Gains outweigh growing pains. This is a screaming hairy armadillo. What? Screaming? I want to hear, like, scream? Wow. They dig multiple burrows, and when at home, they seal themselves safely in by closing off the entrance. They squeal loudly when threatened. Don't be afraid to define your boundaries and loudly remind people who overstep them. I love that. Okay, we've got the pale yellow Deathstalker scorpion. Where is that? Oh, it's this right here. Oh, it got cut off in the book. That's okay. Oh, they put it over here instead. Cool, okay. Produces a lethal venom comprised of several neurotoxins. However, one of the toxins, chlorotoxin, has shown great promise in the medical field. Scorpions might be born with power, but keeping your eye on the prize can help as you develop your own power. Interesting. Then our plants are air plants, get most of their nutrients from the atmosphere. They require minimal water and don't need any soil to survive, or even thrive. You don't need as much to thrive as you think you do. Oh, I love that idea. Alright, and we've got the 10 of Wands here with let it go and move on already. We've got green anacondas are apex predators, constricting and swallowing almost any animal they find. However, feeding on larger prey can result in injury or even death. As the saying goes, don't bite off more than you can chew. That's good. Then we've got red-bellied piranhas. Are quick to demolish their prey since they don't need to chew. Despite their ferocious reputation, they mainly feed on dying, weak, and injured animals, providing a needed service in their ecosystem. Weed out any burdens weighing you down. Our plant is the acacia tree. The bark is an important source of tannins used to preserve animal skins. In Egyptian mythology, the acacia is associated with the tree of life. Call on your strength to guide you through difficult situations. So cool. Alright. The Daughter of Wands. When you leave with a sense of wonder, you will return inspired and energized. This is the Fennec Fox. Some ideas need to be recognized as impractical fancies. Focus on making your actions align with your end goals. Oh, it talks about how they're adorable, but owning one as a pet isn't a good idea unless you're okay with your house smelling like skunk. Do they smell? I guess they do. Then this here is the long-eared jerboa. Jerboas eat insects using sound to locate their prey, then making incredible leaps to snatch their meal out of the air. It's totally fine to spend some time in a carefree headspace, but don't forget to spot your landing. Cool, okay, we got succulents. They can thrive in a variety of climates. Let your newfound sense of wonder take you somewhere you've never been before. I love that. The Sun of Wands. Let's try everything. Okay, cool. So these are hairy dwarf porcupines, are silent and solitary creatures. Nocturnal, they spend each day in the same hiding place. Enjoy your own journey. I love that message. Then the frogs are poison dart frogs. Their colors warn predators of their toxicity. They use their well-developed vocal skills to communicate with other frogs. Don't let anyone stop you on your path as you sort through the noise. And the plant is the mountain soursop. Its leaves are brewed and taken at night to calm nerves and induce sleep. You're entering a time when no shortage of ideas may fill your day-to-day, as well as your spiritual world. In the chaos of your imagination, try to settle yourself and allow your dream to manifest. Perfect. The Mother of Wands. Mother always knows best. That's good. Okay, this is an okapi. They are generally solitary animals, occasionally feeding in small groups. The stripes on their back legs, excellent camouflage when needing to remain unseen, are unique to each individual, like a thumbprint. With the confidence you've gained, there is nothing that can get in your way. I love that for the Queen of Wands. Okay. African masked weaver birds are named for the way they build their nests. The male elaborately weaves together grasses and other fine fibers, hoping to attract a mate with a perfect gourd-shaped nest. And we've got red oat grass, is the dominant perennial of the African savanna. An important food source for various grazing animals, it is one of the first things to grow back after a fire. Now that you've accomplished what you wanted, new ideas will start to grow. So cool! Okay, and the Father of Wands. A composed presence convinces others to follow your lead. This is a blue wildebeest, is highly territorial. He knows where his domain is, and if you cross that boundary, you better run. Try to let go and let things happen. Interesting. Then we've got fire chaser beetles, lay their eggs in recently burned trees, migrating from one forest fire to the next. They know that life can grow from the ashes. Oh, how cool. And our plant is guinea grass, is a healing plant known to soothe heartburn and calm inflammation. The ability to find some calm in the middle of a fire demonstrates your unflappable composure. So perfect. Okay. I am going to take another little break, and then we will be on to the last suit of swords. Okay, on to the swords. It is raining very hard now, so apologies if that... I can't ever tell, like, if it's going to really pick up that noise extensively or not, so apologies if it is. The Ace of Swords. Between harmony and anarchy lies a very thin blade. Ooh, cool. This is the kookaburra. Their chuckle is actually a warning call to those about to enter its territory. Listen to your inner warnings. Ooh. Then we've got the green cicada. Periodic molting of its exoskeleton represents the bridge between death and rebirth. I love that. And the plant is the waratas are well adapted for wildfire survival. Just after a fire, there is an increase in flowering and production of non-dormant seeds. This increase is temporary. It allows the plant to survive the crisis, then return to its natural cycle. Don't linger too long in a healing pattern. Get what you need and move on when you see your next step. Wow. What a message that is, right? Okay, we've got the Two of Swords. Do not resist what you know is inevitable. I also love that the suits are very, like the animals that show up feel very elementally selected. Like, we had a lot of forest creatures with the pentacles, water with those cups, and like here we're getting, I'm pretty sure it's all birds, if not almost all birds. So this is the grooved build Ani. The fledglings begin flying at 10 days old, but poorly. A week later, and they are flying well, taking strong flaps and short glides. Give yourself time to contemplate all your possible moves. Then we've got the widow skimmer dragonfly. They spend their nymph stage in the water until a final molt reveals their wings. The adults remain near sources of water, like ponds, lakes, and streams where they find prey such as mosquitoes. They represent transformation and renewal. And our plant is the acai palm berry. Has become a craze over the last few years. So much so that, though once cultivated for its leaves, wood, and edible hearts of palm, it is now grown solely for its fruit. Success can be about being in the right place at the right time. Oh, I love that. Okay, our Three of Swords. There is no pain like heartache. A jealous male barn swallow may kill off another male's entire nestling batch just to claim the female as his own mate. Yikes. I've heard of a lot of animals doing this. I know grizzly bears do something similar, I want to say. Despite the loss, she abandons the nest and partners with her new murderous boyfriend. Okay, this guidebook is so funny. When you are in the throes of misery, addiction, or life transitions, you may not be able to clearly identify the behaviors that are keeping you from deeper truths. Ooh. Then we've got ashy gray lady beetles are poisonous to their predators, but harmless to humans who value their appetite for aphids. From every painful place grows the opportunity to either embrace our lessons or form a hardened shell of protection. This is I really like this Three of Swords. So then we have water hemlock, is the most poisonous plant in North America. It can cause death in as little as 15 minutes. With no known antidote, even touching the plant is ill-advised. It is wise to learn from your mistakes, then put them behind you. Don't let them haunt you. So good. Okay, our Four of Swords. When you look within, you can see your way out. This is the Atlantic puffin. They are very social birds, building nests close to each other and only nesting where other birds are. Throughout their mating season, they bill, or knocking beaks together in a manner reminiscent of a kiss. So cute! Oh my gosh, stop. That's so cute. In the evening, they stand outside their burrows or stroll through the colony, interacting with other birds before heading out to sea to roost for the night. Self-care is self-repair. Take a nap, draw a bath, spend time with friends, be good to yourself. I love that. And then we've got rates. Sand eels are not true eels, but rather long, skinny fish. So what the puffin is eating, yes. Their name comes from their practice of burying themselves in the sand to avoid predators. When they emerge to feed, seabirds dive underwater and snatch them up. Keep one eye open towards the future so you don't become the prey. I love that idea. With the Four of Swords, we usually have that, like, sleeping figure or, like, a casket sometimes. Like a sleeping person. So I love the idea of kind of, like, it's important to rest, but don't stay there too long. Our plant is sea thrift, grows best in dry soil and sand. It also does well in saline conditions, a rare quality, which is why it is a common sight along the rocky coast. Don't overthink your current needs. Wow, I love that. I also think it's interesting that we have so much water going on in this card. I think with the idea of the Four of Swords, that makes a lot of sense to me. Alright, we've got the Five of Swords. Do not miss your chance to give a heartfelt apology. Ruby-throated hummingbirds flap their wings up to 50 times per minute. Are you working yourself up over a difficult resolution to a past conflict? Don't beat yourself up, but do better too. Then we've got the hummingbird hawk moth is highly active even in heat, holding the record for highest recorded hawk moth body temperature, pushing the limits of insect muscle activity. Their hovering flight gives them maneuverability, but it comes at a cost, a huge amount of energy. Some people seem to thrive on conflict, but in the long run, it's exhausting. So cool. And then we've got Lily of the Valley, are poisonous, and it contains a compound that causes the heart to beat hard, but slower. However, it is also a sign of spring, and in the language of flowers, it symbolizes the return of hope. Give yourself permission to move on toward better days. So cool. The Six of Swords. This is a level up in disguise. I love that. Here we have the green heron. Is found among the wetland outskirts in shallow waters, hidden from predators, then taking advantage of their small stature and hunting while they hide. It's important to be resourceful while also taking cover. Then we've got the salt marsh moth. Adults only live up to 5 days. Wow. Here's a gentle reminder that birth, growth, and death all happen in such a short amount of time. Everything is temporary as we move from who we once were into what we were meant to be. So cool. Our plant is Yerba mansa. Appears as a single bloom, but is really a cluster of many tiny flowers forming a cone shape. It has a long history of use in indigenous and integrative medicine. Its compounds have antimicrobial, antibacterial, antifungal, and anti-inflammatory properties. Never underestimate your healing capacity in all its forms when you show up. Wow, I love that so much. Okay, our Seven of Swords. When your ego is in check, truth will reveal itself. This is a burrowing owl, small owls that live in the abandoned burrows of squirrels or prairie dogs, as rattlesnakes also do. When threatened, they hide in their burrow, mimicking the rattle and hiss of the rattler. That's so cool! If you choose to be an enigma, then at least use your shadow skills and darkness for good. What a cool message. Ooh, I have to think about that one. That's interesting. Then we've got the plain tiger butterfly, stores toxin in its body from the plants on which it feeds, protecting it from being eaten by predators. However, in its caterpillar form, it may practice cannibalism, becoming its own worst enemy. The key here is to strategize a new lifestyle plan. It is not enough to make a cosmetic change if you actually need a soul shift. Oh my gosh, how cool. The plant is the Saguro cactus. Giant pink beauties grow among thorny appendages. Learning to hold space for pain and transformation is necessary for emotional wellness. Wow, I really love that card. That's good. The Eight of Swords. Darkness approaches. Find your inner light. This is the hooded crow. Related to carrion crows are natural scavengers. They'll eat almost anything and will hide food to eat later. It has been observed that other crows watch this practice and steal the cache as soon as its back is turned. Hooded crows are also frequent dupes of the great spotted cuckoo, who prefers laying its eggs in a crow's nest. The cuckoo chick can protect the crow chicks with its predator-repelling scent, or it can keep the chicks from thriving by eating their food. It all depends on the prevalence of predators. The dualities in your life have finally met in this moment, and you're being asked to make an important decision. Be clever enough to hold your ground while looking at the bigger picture. I love that. Then we've got the Delius butterfly. The stark contrast of colors, along with the uniformity of symmetry, is truly beautiful. Darkness and light in harmony make the best of a bad situation. Then our plant is the Jarradale pumpkin. Conceals its sweet taste. The gray skin conceals its sweet-tasting orange flesh. What appears unappetizing is actually prized for its deliciousness. Although you may not know it yet, you are your own best-kept secret. Amazing. Alright, moving on to our Nine of Swords. Fear can feel unmanageable, but you're still in control. This is... What am I looking at? It's saying I should be seeing the red-tailed hawk. Where? I gotta look at this closer. Where's the red-tailed hawk? Oh my gosh, it's the claw. Wait, that's cool. Okay, it's the claw of a red-tailed hawk. Okay. Red-tailed hawks court their mates with numerous displays and rituals before settling down to nest. Both parents build the seasonal nest and take equal part in caring for their young. When the going is tough, don't forget to accept support from those who are there for you, friends, family, or professional counsel. So good. Then we've got the Mullican flying snake. Has unique ridged scales that help it climb trees vertically. From these heights, it can fling itself toward prey or away from predators. Oh my gosh, what? Could you imagine a snake just being flung out of a tree? That's horrifying. By creating an S shape, it traps air underneath its body and appears to fly. Are you flinging yourself in every direction in avoidance? Put fear aside and focus on spotting your landing before making a move. Oh my gosh, that's so good. Yes, and then we've got stinging nettle. Stinging nettles' hairy stems irritate the skin, and hollow hairs like needles inject inflammatory biochemicals. Growing nearby, you may find jewelweed, which has soothing liquid in its stem that can immediately help. I did not know that. Oh, that's so cool. I have so much stinging nettle and jewelweed that grows in the yard. Is that... I'm not going to purposely go touch the stinging nettle, but I do like to gather a lot to dry it and like make tinctures and stuff. So I inevitably end up touching it by accident. but part of me wants to just like go grab it. Not now because the jewel weed is gone now, but anyways, not gonna do that. That would be not good. Okay, without relief, you may become even more tangled in a negative feedback loop. I love that. And then, our Ten of Swords. Out of destruction emerges a new foundation on which to build. This is the Cape Griffin vulture. They rely entirely on carrion as a food source, eating soft muscles, organs, and even bone fragments. Searching in groups and with good eyesight, they can locate a carcass faster than any land scavenger. Their habit of circling above their find signals to all who see it that something has died. Are there any emotions or thoughts from your recent loss that can be reframed to help you survive it? So neat. Then we've got muslin moths, are a good example of yin and yang. Females are white, while males are shades of gray. Females are active during the day, while males are nocturnal. That is so interesting. I've never heard of that before within like one species, that they can kind of have that opposite active time. Contradiction can also be complementary, and out of chaos can emerge order. I love that. And our plant is the root of licorice plants is harvested for its sweet flavor and used in food and drink. But did you know too much isn't good for you? In high doses, it degrades cortisol and can cause the body to retain sodium while depleting potassium. A fully lived life can't always be sweet. So good. Okay, the Daughter of Swords. Knowledge is your ticket to a bright future. White-cheeked barbet, parents return to their nests by first landing nearby to observe any changes that have occurred. If a predator is visited, the parents wait until the danger is past, then feed the chicks that remain. This ensures the survival of their line. Sometimes we have to make decisions others may not agree with, yet we have to live our own lives. I love that. Then we've got tomato hornworms. Eat both the leaves and fruit of the tomato. Despite what appears to be a horn on this very large pest, there's no danger to you. Simply pluck them off the plant. This card is a reminder that when you prioritize accomplishment over fear, you can transmute that fear into action. And then we've got fig trees. Do not bloom openly. Instead, blooms are encased in their fruit, creating those crunchy seeds we enjoy eating. You'll eventually see that patience, persistence, and passion can bring your big ideas to fruition. That's so cool. I'm gonna have to look more up about fig trees now, because that's interesting. I didn't know that. I've never had a fig though, so that makes sense. The Son of Swords turned chaos into focus. This is Jackson's hornbill. They are only found in Kenya and Uganda, where they have great symbolism for the local people. Spotting one outside your home means bad luck, illness, or even death. However, coming across a hornbill in the wild is a sign of good fortune coming your way. This court card indicates you've overcome these obstacles and are heading towards a place of confidence and determination. Neat. Then we've got elephant hawk moths, are nocturnal, feeding on flowers that open or produce nectar at night. The first insect documented by scientists to have night vision, their sensitive eyesight can discern colors in the darkest hours. You know how to move through the world as your best self. I love that. And then we've got starfruit. They contain oxalic acid and the neurotoxin carboxin, both of which can cause kidney failure in sensitive people or at higher doses. You've been through enough now that you've developed your own inner warning system, and you can be confident that it won't lead you astray. How interesting, because people eat starfruit. But I guess most things, in high quantities isn't going to be good for you. I don't know, that's interesting. The Mother of Swords, better get straight to the point. Western orioles are acrobatic feeders, even eating upside down when necessary. Taking time to hear something from another perspective is in your nature now. Still, remain diligent and separate the noise from the substance. I love that. Then we've got bee beetles. Black and yellow coloring resembles a familiar stinging insect, the honeybee. This disguise may fool predators, but they have no stinger to back it up. When someone breaks down your tough persona, they'll find your tender side. You don't need to hide your true self anymore. Oh, I love that. Our plant here is huckleberry. They grow wild on the slopes and forests of the northwestern US and western Canada. When planted from seeds, they produce no fruit. What? Be your authentic self. There's only one you. That's so interesting. When planted from seeds, they produce no fruit. How fascinating. All right, and last but not least, we've got the Father of Swords. Don't be afraid to take your own advice. Haha. Yikes. Can't say I do that often. Anyway, we've got the common kingfisher. Enjoys a life of solitude. Socializing only when necessary for breeding, they love living on their own. The Father of Swords may seem cold at times, but he brings important lessons about things you've believed about success. Neat. Japanese emperor caterpillars are widely known for their adorable cartoon-like faces, eventually transforming into the dazzling great purple emperor butterfly. They are considered a national treasure in Japan. Don't fear necessary change. Things might turn out better than you imagined. I love that. Oh, and I love that our plant is the oak tree. Is gorgeously dense and fungi resistant. I didn't know that. That's so cool. Its strength is the subject of countless stories shared over centuries and cultures. Their perseverance and endurance lie in their ability to adapt, redirecting their root growth as needed. All of the challenges that are now behind you have culminated in the same perseverance and adaptability as the mighty oak. You know which way to grow. I love that as our last card. I am so stinking excited about this deck and so glad I did this video for it, because now I feel like I'm gonna be able to pull cards and like at least remember these tidbits from the guidebook, because it really was so interesting. So I hope this wasn't too long and drawn out and that some of you enjoyed this at least, but that's all I got for today. So let me know what you think, or if you have this and have been reading with it already, I'd love to hear about that too. But other than that, I hope you're all having a fantastic week, and I'll see you again very soon.